The story opens with the appearance of a monster called Immunity. This monster will descend to Earth and will give birth to monsters to evolve to no end. This monster has the goal of destroying humans in this universe because they are considered poison in this world. Only certain people can defeat Monster Immunity. They are known as hunters with the rank of superevolution. Only they could break through the boundary and confront the monster. One day the Hunter Superevolution School is accepting new students who have already taken a written test. One of the students was named Ming, an easy kid who had a dream to become a superevolution hunter. But Ming failed the ranking test, which made him laughed at by many students. Ming was not accepted due to his ranking White Dusk. This rank is said to be a useless power. After asking his teacher about the ranking he got, his teacher answered him with insults. The teacher said that ranking is useless, so stop dreaming of becoming a hunter. It's embarrassing here. Ming has declared his love with the most beautiful girl who has a soul grade rank. The girl was saddened by the result, but the saddest here was Ming himself. Then while mourning his sadness, Ming saw a comet falling. Ming didn't feel that the comet was going to fall on him. But it turned out that the reality was very surprising, where the falling comet was right about it. Then suddenly there was a strange object in his chest, which then appeared as the silhouette of a mysterious person. The strange object then detected Ming's thoughts. He got the fact that this person had no fighting skills and would easily die. What turns out to be this strange object is a goddess. This goddess seems to feel pity, then she gives a power that allows Ming to fight. The rank this goddess gave Ming was Royal Red. The short story of Ming, who has been treated at the hospital. The doctor explained that Ming was fine, but there was an injury to his head. A few days later the girl Ming liked came to visit him, but Ming didn't wake up until a month or even a year passed. Once upon a time, a horde of monsters appeared in the Nangcheng territory, exactly where is the hospital where Ming is being treated. With this warning, all staff immediately left the hospital in panic, and so did Dr. Zhao. Unlike the others, one of these blonde-haired sisters went straight to the room from Ming. This woman realized that Ming had not regained consciousness, so this woman could not just leave him. When they arrived at Ming's place, this woman was caught by this insect monster. Then the fear would make Ming wake up from his sleep. Instantly Ming has very strong yang strength. Ming defeats the monster with a single punch. Ming, who has recovered, thanks Sister Song for taking care of him. Thanks to his sacrifice, he can rise from the coma. Song explains that the monsters that shouldn't exist in this place have mutated because the sinkholes have been polluted. While all the staff had left this place a while ago, Ming was the only one in this place, and that's why Sister Song was very worried. What surprised Song here was how maybe Ming could beat this monster with one punch, even though he was just an ordinary student. It turns out that this one year, Ming practiced several techniques until he finally woke up. After that, Ming will take Song out of this place and take him to the evacuation site. You can see from here that Ming's strength is insane. How could it not be? Ming easily defeats many monsters with just one punch. Seeing Ming's strength amazed Song. How could he be this strong? Song said that his skill could be compared to Starlight's renowned hunter. Moving to another place, cockroach monsters have started attacking all residents of the city. All residents feel hopeless and can only call for help from hunters in other cities. Not long after that, finally, one of the hunters came to that place. This hunter is Starlight. He will take care of this cockroach no matter what. Then with Infinite Magazine's ability, Starlight kills the cockroaches one by one who wants to get on the bus. But unexpectedly, God willing, this very powerful Starlight was defeated with one bite by a wild monster from behind. Instantly, it also made everyone on the bus feel panicked because there was a high probability that they would die. Back to Ming and Song, who had left the hospital. At this place, Ming saw that the bus nearby was in big trouble from the monsters. As soon as he was going there, Ming found a communication device nearby. Someone said that Starlight had died as a result of being eaten by a rat monster, and the announcer asked a nearby hunter to stop it. Ming asked them about the information from the monster. The announcer explained that the rat was afraid of fire. But before that, they asked who he was. Ming replied that he was just a student who failed last year's exam. Suddenly, this made the announcer angry and asked him to flee. Exactly, Ming couldn't leave all the good people who have taken care of him all this time, so he would save them all no matter what. Meanwhile, the hospital staff who were on the bus could only accept this situation because there was no way a hero could stop the mouse monster. From behind, Ming and Song watched what the mouse monster was doing. It turned out that the mouse was just playing the bus like a toy. So that all goes well, Ming asks Song to hide here while he will do something to save them all. With confidence, Ming immediately threw a punch at the rat monster. Even though the punch was very strong, this big rat still stood straight. Ming realized that if the rat's claws hit him, his bones would be crushed. So he will be careful this time. The fight continues. This rat is so fast that it makes it difficult for Ming to move. First of all, Ming has to keep their distance so that this monster is far from the bus. One day, Ming finally gets a very epic opportunity. He can beat this rat until it faints. Even so, it hasn't made Ming calm because animals like mice are very cunning. His hunch was right. From behind, the rat was ready to pounce on its prey. Fortunately, Ming realized and immediately dodged, if not then it would be the end of his life. The rats are getting more and more blind and destroying everything in front of them, which makes Ming think hard about how to stop them. It just so happened that at that time Ming got a good idea, namely how to stop this rat is to use fire, as the announcer said before. That is the method used by Ming, is said to be very good. He uses fuel from the car as a firing trigger. After everything is available, Ming immediately set the car on fire and there was a huge explosion on the bridge. After the fire broke out in that place, this is the right time to end this rat monster. Then Ming took out his new move to finish off this giant rat. The punch he launched was extremely fiery and covered with fire. With this punch, finally, the monster was defeated. Suddenly, from a distance, all the staff who saw it were very surprised and confused. Who was Ming really? But it's good that they were saved from this incident here. Moving on from the command headquarters, one of the commanders there asked Liu Kaiyan not to go there anymore because the mutant monster had already been defeated. It turns out that Liu Kaiyan is the girl Ming likes. Hearing the news made Kaiyan feel grateful and wanted to see him later. The commander also doesn't know who this person is, but what is certain is that person is very strong. It means they are not yet aware that the person who beat them is someone who was rejected at school last year. But the important point here, soon Ming will meet the girl he loves after a long time. After the incident is over, Commander asks Kaiyan to find the source of the pollution. The commander is worried that there will be more mutant monsters in the future. Now all that can be done is to order everyone in Nanchang to go and seal up the entire pollution-affected area. Story moves again to the safety post. Now the sisters are treating people who were injured as a result of the incident, and so is Ming. In that silence, there was a woman who wanted to break into Nanchang. This woman asked the guards to let her in because in the hospital there was her sister who was lying weak. It turns out that this woman is Ming's older sister. Immediately, Ming, who was nearby, immediately hugged him. Instantly, his older sister was very moved because his sister was aware. In the past year, his older sister always visited and supported Ming until he recovered. It was even revealed that his older sister worked day and night to fulfill his needs. Her sister is very optimistic that Ming can recover. After hearing this explanation, Ming apologized and thanked you for bothering her all this time. But in this way, he will repay his kindness someday. The next day, Ming was able to stay at home, but he was a little unfamiliar with his bed, while his older sister had a normal workday by leaving food on the table. Of course, with his condition this time, Ming doesn't feel good about his older sister because his sister has been supporting him all this time. So to get revenge, Ming will try to make money to make his older sister's life easier. Incidentally, on television, there is very appropriate news, namely that they will make an offer for those who have clues about the source of the pollution that is happening. They explained that they would give a reward of 50 million for those who know it. Not only that, yesterday's cockroach and mouse monsters were valued at high prices. So by finding and defeating the monster again, Ming can pay off and make his older sister's job easier. That's all the story for the first part. Then the story of hunting monsters will be carried out by Ming, so there will be lots of action for the next part.